see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy...
From the first lap, the aura of surprise was palpable. Toprak immediately set a competitive time, even at a level that made some regular MotoGP riders wary. Toprak's extreme braking at the end of the Aragon Straight, a signature move that had made him feared in WSBK, proved to be highly effective on the Yamaha MotoGP prototype bike. Many eyes in the paddock were glued to his distinct, daring, and unconventional riding style. What made this test result even more unbelievable was Toprak's speed of adaptation. MotoGP bikes are known to be far more complex, more powerful, and demand a highly precise riding style. Yet, Toprak seemed to quickly adapt to the Yamaha, maximizing grip, managing traction, and maintaining stability under late braking. Several sources reported that the data Yamaha gathered from this session far exceeded the team's initial expectations. Yamaha engineers were reportedly amazed, not only by the time record, but also by the consistency and technical feedback Toprak provided. He was able to explain the bike's characteristics in detail, from corner entry to acceleration, something usually only experienced MotoGP riders receive. This further convinced Yamaha that Toprak was not just an experiment, but a significant asset for their future. The MotoGP paddock's reaction was no less enthusiastic. Several rivals began to take this development seriously. Some were impressed, while others began to feel threatened. Toprak, previously considered just a WSBK star, was now slowly becoming a real threat if he truly competed in MotoGP. Comparisons to great legends were even beginning to emerge, as his aggressive riding style was seen as bringing a new dimension to the track. This Aragon test wasn't just another test. It was a statement. A statement that Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU was ready to level up, ready to face the biggest challenge of his career, and ready to shake up the MotoGP dominance that had prevailed so far. If the test results alone had the paddock in such an uproar, many were beginning to wonder what it would be like if Toprak truly competed full-time in the real racing season. And here's the full news. The MotoGP test at the Aragon circuit turned into a major surprise when Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU took to the track. What was initially considered a mere familiarization session suddenly became a moment that stunned the entire MotoGP paddock. Toprak's name, previously synonymous with World Superbike, now resonated strongly in the MotoGP team garages, not as a guest, but as a serious threat for the future. From the very first session, Toprak immediately demonstrated a different approach. He didn't seem hesitant, unlike a rider experiencing a MotoGP bike for the first time in an intense manner. Each lap he completed showed significant improvement, as if he had learned the Yamaha's characteristics in minutes, not days. Toprak's use of extreme braking at turn 16 at Aragon stunned many engineers and other riders, as such a style is extremely rare in the MotoGP class. The excitement intensified as his lap times began to match, even approaching, those of regular MotoGP riders in some sectors. For many in the paddock, this was almost unbelievable. MotoGP bikes demand significant adaptations physically, technically, and mentally, yet Toprak seemed so comfortable. He was able to maintain the bike's stability when entering corners at high speed, then exiting with clean, precise acceleration. What further excited Yamaha was the telemetry data collected from Toprak's bike. The numbers revealed a unique, aggressive, yet efficient riding style. Toprak was not only fast on a single lap, but also consistent over long runs. This was a crucial indicator for Yamaha, as consistency is key in MotoGP. Technicians noted that Toprak's way of managing braking and weight transfer offered a new perspective in the development of Yamaha's engine and chassis. The atmosphere in the paddock changed. The Yamaha garage became the center of attention, while rival teams began sending personnel to observe more closely. There was a mixture of admiration and concern. Several MotoGP riders were reportedly comparing data discreetly, trying to understand the seriousness of this threat. Toprak's name was no longer talked about as a WSBK rider trying MotoGP, but as a potential contender worthy of consideration. Toprak himself was calm, but his confidence was clearly visible on the track. With each exit from the pits, he pushed the limits, trying different approaches in fast corners and technical sections. He was also known for actively discussing with the Yamaha crew, providing detailed feedback on grip, traction, and engine response. This reinforced the impression that Toprak relied not only on talent, but also on mature racing intelligence. What was most surprising was how Toprak's extreme riding style in WSBK actually became a powerful weapon in MotoGP. Many thought his late braking style would be difficult to implement on a prototype bike, but at Aragon, the opposite was true. Toprak managed to exploit Yamaha's strengths in a way never seen before, leading some rival engineers to question whether they had been too conservative. This test sparked much speculation. Was Yamaha preparing for something bigger than just testing? Was Toprak truly being prepared to be part of Yamaha's revival project in MotoGP? With other manufacturers dominating so strongly in recent seasons, Toprak's performance at Aragon felt like a signal that Yamaha had found a new direction. The public and media reaction was equally heated. International media began to highlight Toprak's name as one of the most interesting stories in MotoGP today. Many said that if this kind of performance could be maintained, Toprak's presence in MotoGP would change the dynamics of the competition. It's not just about speed, but also about a daring and entertaining riding style. The Aragon test is finally no longer just a note on the testing calendar. It's a moment of proving ground. It's proof that Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU has the ability to break the barrier between World Superbike and MotoGP. If he was able to create a frenzy and awe in the paddock during the test, then one big question now hangs in the air. How much chaos will he create when the MotoGP starting lights actually go out? One thing almost everyone in the paddock now agrees on: MotoGP is witnessing the birth of a potential new star. And if Aragon was a glimpse, then what Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU demonstrated was certainly not ordinary. It was a stark warning to the entire MotoGP grid that a new era could be dawning. The MotoGP world was truly shaken today. The Aragon circuit witnessed an event that immediately sparked heated discussion in the paddock and international media. Toprak RAZGATLIOGLU's reputation exploded again after his performance in the Yamaha V4 test was deemed at a very high level, even touted as equaling the aura and quality of MotoGP legend Jorge Lorenzo at the peak of his Yamaha career. From the start of the session, the atmosphere in the Yamaha garage was already different. Yamaha brought the latest V4 package, which had been kept a closely guarded secret. However, all attention was immediately focused on how Toprak handled the bike. It didn't take long for Toprak to ride with complete confidence, as if the bike had become a part of him. In the first few laps, Toprak seemed to be still figuring out the Yamaha V4's characteristics, but his adaptation was rapid. With each lap, his time steadily improved. Toprak's signature extreme late braking remained his main weapon, but this time it was combined with smooth acceleration and extraordinary stability in the fast corners of Aragon. Many Yamaha technicians were seen exchanging glances, surprised by the rapid pace of the adaptation process. What further excited the paddock was that Toprak's timings were reportedly in a very competitive range. In fact, when compared to Yamaha's old Aragon benchmarks, Toprak's performance was considered close, even matching Jorge Lorenzo's efficient and precise style in some areas during his heyday. Not only was he fast on a single lap, but Toprak also performed consistently in long-run simulations, a crucial aspect of MotoGP. Some observers noted that this is where the similarities between Toprak and Lorenzo began to become apparent. Lorenzo is known for his very clean riding style, minimal mistakes, and ability to maintain rhythm lap after lap. Toprak demonstrated similar traits today, albeit with a touch of World Superbike aggression. This blend of two worlds is what made his performance so special. Yamaha was reportedly very impressed with Toprak's feedback. Every time he pitted, Toprak shared small details about engine characteristics, throttle response, and even the bike's stability under extreme braking. This information was considered invaluable for the development of the Yamaha V4 into the modern MotoGP era, now dominated by European manufacturers. Many within the paddock began comparing this moment to Jorge Lorenzo's early days with Yamaha. At that time, Lorenzo was also known for his ability to instantly click with the bike and bring Yamaha to a highly competitive level. Now, many believe Yamaha has once again found a rider with a natural understanding of their bike's DNA. The reactions of rival teams have been no less interesting. Several MotoGP riders are reportedly secretly observing Toprak's movements on the track. Some are surprised by his aggressiveness, while others are beginning to realize that the Yamaha V4 is no longer just a test project. If this bike continues to develop and Toprak continues to perform as he did today, the balance of power in MotoGP could shift drastically. For Toprak himself,
I see her rolling up, Uber black Cadillac, high heel boots and a sexy body full of tats. Baby's bad, oh baby's hella bad. After her there ain't no coming back. Wanna take a run at that. I think she's feeling me, turn it up a few degrees. My imagination of her body gets the best of me. Oh gosh, she's such a tease, bitten lips, bruised knees. I'm addicted to her, need her touching me, cause she got a bad little waist, and we tearing down this